Hey, they got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Throwing Jones. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Ryan going to give this to Davis. And some room to work. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
91 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Now Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 27, Jones. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. And now Anderson is slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Off the play fake, Jones. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Akers. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Akers again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll look to run with Akers. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. What's the deal, y'all? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's Akers. They try and run. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes you're...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Azeez Ojulari in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Fights through, and now a crease. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Ryan. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 37. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 27, Jones going to throw deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Off play action. Jones rolling to his right, going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Off the play fake, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. That ball caught by Slayton. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. They'll run here with Akers. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. And they'll run again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Akers with a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual, because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. He's got the first down here inside the 30. They can't tackle him. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. New York set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cam Akers on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Davis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On the give, this is Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 144 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They go play action here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On the handoff, it's Akers. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers, powering his way forward, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Off play action. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan is going to have the hook up to Gage. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, 78 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Koo now for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Jackson now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Flush to his right. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Out to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Here's Jones. Off play action. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headline. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Ryan. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Mike Davis, such a revelation for the Panthers last year, subbing for the injured Christian McCaffrey much of the season. Did a nice job running the ball, but wound up with 59 catches, easily a career high, and the 4th most by a running back in the NFL.
Now Ryan on 1st down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. To throw again is Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And now Matthews couldn't really tell what happened there defensively, but he's still down. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Lorenzo Carter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off play action. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They'll run on first down. Akers, and he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Jones now off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. There he goes left side. 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down at 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Jones looking for the end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones dancing to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And some space here. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 79 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. That's caught by Galladay. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Come on now, let's go.
And here now come the Falcons. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he returns this to the 22. The Falcons offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Lorenzo Carter. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Ryan, he's going to let it fly. Oh, what a catch by Pitts. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. He's going to let it go again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. They juked him, and that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they suffer defeat for the first time as they drop to 2-1. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.